This question is from Ashwini Kumar Prabhu. He asked, is there any shloka how a devotee will see what kind of form of Krishna during death?
No, in Bhagavad Gita there is no such any sloka. But one thing is Krishna is saying that if you remember me at the time of death, you will come to me. That's what Krishna is saying. Antakalecha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaprayati sa madbhavam yati nasti atra samse. If anyone remembers me at the time of leaving this body, then they will come to me. There is no doubt about it. And whatever form one remembers at the time of death, he will attain it without fail. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyam te kalevaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sada tat bhava bhavita. So that way, if we just remember Krishna at the time of death, we will go to Krishna. So we need to remember. That's what is very important. It's not we see what kind of form at the time of death, but at the time of death, what we remember, that's what is very important. So we need to remember Krishna at the time of death. So that is possible only by chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So by chanting this, by practicing this, and by remembering Krishna, we will be able to remember Krishna at the time of death. So then we will be able to go to Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Guruji, my point was that suppose we are seeing that in the picture while doing that, reading the Bhagavad Gita, if the picture is there of the form, means, so the, what form we say? We say Vishwa form, Vishwa Sarupa.
Yes,
now that same form is there inside our mind.
Yes.
So that form can come over there during the death.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, it is possible.
It's possible. Yes.
It is possible. But the point here is that when you study Bhagavad Gita, you will be able to actually, because what you remember now, in what we are studying this entire Bhagavad Gita, you are actually understanding, when you understand like Krishna's form, like the way you are seeing in this Bhagavad Gita book. So at the time, whatever you remember, you will get it. That's all. So the main important point is that our mind, it is saying that in the eighth chapter, the sloka number 10, Krishna is saying that Prayana kale manasachalena bhaktya yukto yoga balena chaiva gurur madhye pranam avesya samyak satam param purusham upaiti divyam. So that's what is very important. What we need to do that at the time of death, we should have that yoga balam. So what is yoga? We already studied many times in Bhagavad Gita about yoga. Yoga means not disturbed by the success or failure. The dualities, free from the dualities. That's what is called yoga. Siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyati. So both siddhi and asiddhi, that is success and failure. So samo means equal. So one who is equal in both success and failure. That's what siddhi asiddhyo samo bhutva. That samatvam, that equanimity is called yoga. So when we are able to achieve that yoga, so that's what Krishna is saying, that yoga balam. So we need to have that yoga balam. So that means we are free from the dualities. So nirdvandvo, that means nirdvandvo means free from the dualities. So when you are free from the dualities, when you are able to achieve that yoga balam, and how we are going to get that yoga balam, that strength, that is bhaktya yukto. So then only it is possible. Because in this material world, we cannot simply say that I am free from all the things. I'm not worried about the results. That it's not possible to say. Because we all are like we need things and we are attached to things and we cannot say. But if we are attached to Krishna with the knowledge of this Bhagavad Gita, so when we study this Bhagavad Gita more and more, like Arjuna, when he got this complete knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, in the beginning, Arjuna was attached to his brothers, his side, and his grandfather Bhishma, and his teacher, everyone he was attached. So that's why he told Krishna that I don't know what to do, whether I to win or to lose. Nachaitad vidmaha kataranno gariyu. I don't know what is good for me. So that's what, because Arjuna was not able to decide because he was attached. But at the end of Bhagavad Gita, after understanding the entire knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, what happened to Arjuna? Arjuna was simply attached only to Krishna, who was with him all the time. So he decided, he told Krishna that Karise Vachanam Tava, I do whatever you want to do. That's what. His goal became very clear. His goal is only to please Krishna. That's it. Krishna wanted him to fight, and he was just fighting because he was so much attached to Krishna at that point of time. In the beginning, he didn't consider Krishna into picture, so that's why he was confused. And when he considered Krishna and when he was attached to Krishna, there was no confusion. He got that yoga balam, so that bhaktya yukta. So he was doing devotional service. So that's what should happen, that we need to understand that Krishna, from this, based on this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, as Krishna is saying very, very clearly, that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everything emanates from me. Aham sarvasya prabhavo, mattaga sarvam pravartate. Krishna is saying that mattaga parattanam na anyat kinchit asti dhananjaya, mayi sarvam idam proktam sutre mani ganaiva. So nothing is superior to me. And anyone who understands without any confusion that I am the Supreme Person, that is yomam evam asammodo jnanati purushottamam sa sarvavid bhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. So with all this knowledge, with the Bhagavad Gita knowledge, so then as Krishna is saying in the 14th chapter, mamchayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevati sagunan samati taitan brahma bhuyaya kalpati. So anyone who without any deviation is rendering devotional service unto me, so then he will be freed from the three modes of material nature. Many times we studied about the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance, how these modes of nature are controlling us. We know it very well. So that way, just by getting ourselves attracted to Krishna, so by attached to Krishna, tesam satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvaham dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upayantiti. So anyone who is always attached to me, attracted to me, and worshipping me with love and devotion, so I give the intelligence by which they can come to me. So that's what is all is known as Bhaktya Yukta. So Bhaktya Yukta Yoga Balena Chaiva. When we are in this life, when we are able to study this Bhagavad Gita and clearly understand that we are not the body, we are the soul, and Krishna is the super soul, and then we are able to connect ourselves with Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and do all our duty without any attachment to the results, not affected by the results. So at that point of time, we are going to get that Yoga Bala. So then Krishna is saying that Prayana Kali, that is at the time of death, Prayana Kali, Manasa Chalena. Manasa Chalena means mind is not disturbed. So that we know already in the 6th chapter in the Dhyana Yoga, Krishna very clearly taught us how to control our mind. So when our mind is not disturbed, so Bhaktya Yukto Yoga Balayena Chaiva, at that time, Bruvor Madhye Pranam Avesya. So our prana, the life here, that is our soul. The soul can come. We know that we understand that the soul is there inside this body completely, correct? Krishna already taught in one shloka that Yata Sarvagatam Saukshmyat Akasham Nopalipyate Sarvatra Avasita Dekhe Tatatma Nopalipyate. So the Akasha, this sky which is pervading everywhere, it doesn't mix with anything. So similarly, this soul which is there inside this body completely in the entire body, Tata Sarvagatam Saukshmyat Akasam Nopalipyate Sarvatra Avasita Dekhe. Sarvatra Avasthita Deha means it is there in this entire body. It doesn't mix with the body. So that's what we understand. So that soul can come through between the two eyebrows. So that's what Guru Madhye Pranam Avesya Samyake Satam Param Purusham Upaiti Divyam. So all these things are possible only when we have this Yoga Balam at the time of death. So you understand that, Prabhu?
Yes, very, very well explained. Guruji, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji. And also, can we say that, like, when he asks what form of Krishna, so if someone worships Krishna as Lord, like Shyama Sundara, then he will remember that form at the time of death. And if someone worships Krishna as Lord Rama, then he will remember Lord Rama at the time of death.
That is correct. Whichever form you remember, you will go. That's what this is like a person. Like a death sentence is given a person, he is given his last wish, correct? So whatever he wants, you want to say, please. So we understand, correct? So something like that here, Krishna is saying that Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tejatyante kalevaram. So whatever form one remembers at the time of death, he will attain it without fail. So that's what Krishna is saying. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tejatyante kalevaram. So whatever form. So if you remember Krishna at the time, Rama at the time of death, you will go to Rama. So you can see Krishna himself can show in all his forms. You got that from?
Yes. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.